Hello dear students, welcome to the online education of class 7 science. So dear students, in the previous class we were discussing about the lesson winds, storms and cyclones. So in the previous class we discussed about the generation of currents, wind currents. So there are two situations where the wind currents are generated. So that is between the equator and the poles, and also between the seas and ocean, seas and land. Okay, so in today's class, let us discuss about thunderstorms and cyclones. So already we learned what are the characteristic features of winds and how the wind currents are produced. So in today's class, let us start learning about the thunderstorms as well as cyclones. See, dear students, thunderstorms that develop in hot and humid tropical areas like India with very frequently. See, the occurrence of thunderstorms is very frequent in areas like our India, because so our India is located in the tropical regions, means which is in the equatorial regions. Okay, you have studied the geographically the parts of the whole world, in that whole whole world, as well as the poles and the equator. So our India comes near the equator of the portion which we study geographically. So it is having the hot as well as humid climate, tropical region climate. Okay, these all tropical areas are completely are there in India. So oftenly thunderstorm occurs here. So the rising temperatures produce strong upward rising winds. See, so the temperature is goes on rising. Okay, so this rising temperature produce strong upward rising winds. Okay, it is going to produce just very strong and upward rising winds are going to be produced. Strong upward rising winds are produced due to the heavy temperature, rising temperature. So these winds carry the water droplets upwards. So when they are moving, so when the warm air is rising upwards at that time, so these winds carry the water droplets along upwards along with them. Okay, so where they become freezed. Okay, so when these winds are carried upwards, so they carry the water droplets along with them. So these water droplets, after reaching the some height, so they become freeze and they fall down again in the form of water droplets, right? So the swift movement of the swift movement of the falling water droplets. So what is this? Whatever the warm air is raised up, and it is the water droplets are carried along with this warm air at the some height. So the swift movement of this water droplets, falling water droplets, along with the rising air, it creates lightning and sound. So this swift movement of water droplets along with the rising air, it creates what? A lightning, means a kind of a flashlight, lightning, and also sound is also coming out. Lightning as well as sound, both are accompanied by the swift movement of the rising air. Okay, so it is this event that we call it as a thunderstorm. We call this one as thunderstorm. Here both lightning and sound is produced. That's what this moment, this event, we call it as a thunderstorm. So you will need to learn so many things about the lightning. So lightning is something which gives a very heavy volts of light. Heavy light is going to be produced, so which a man cannot expect. Okay, it's such a huge amount of light is produced, and it's containing so electrical energy. Okay, so ions, strong ions are combined with that. So you must take care when the lightning is going on. So it is very, very dangerous for animals as well as human beings. Okay, so if any thunderstorm are accompanied by the lightning as well as sound, so especially lightning, so some thunderstorm along with lightning is accompanied, then you must take care of the following things, precautions. What are those? Let's see that one. So do not take the shelter under a isolated tree. Okay, so if you are in a any forest area, take the shelter under a small tree. Don't take a shelter under a isolated, means separate big tree. If it is anywhere it is there, you should not take a support on that tree. You must take a support in a small tree in a forest if you are in a forest. Okay, so you should not lie down on the earth. Okay, it's very dangerous on the ground. So suddenly the ground catches that lightning, so hence you should not lie down on the ground. So do not take the shelter under an umbrella with a metallic rod. See, you will have a, you usually when it is raining you will carry the umbrella. So at that time you should not carry the umbrella with a metallic rod. It's very dangerous, right? So do not sit near a window. So you must not sit near a window when it's a lightning and thunderstorm is taking place, because it's containing metallic rods. So open garages, don't sit near the open garages. It is completely accompanied with the iron materials, iron and steel materials, and storage sheds. Okay, so then metal sheds also. Okay, storage sheds, metal sheds, they are not the safe places to take the shelter. Okay, so a car or a bus is a safe place to shelter. See, if you are in a, having any car, or if you're traveling in a bus, it's a safe place to take a shelter. Okay, so if you are in water, suppose, get out and go inside a building. Suppose if you are swimming in the water or under any water you are working with, so or playing or whatever things you are doing with that, so you should get out and go out of the particular place and go it in a building. Okay, so this is what all about the thunderstorms and what are the precautions you must take. So how the thunderstorm becomes a cyclone? So before we study that one, let's see the structure of the cyclone. See here, the center of the cyclone is such a calm area. Okay, so it is called eye of the storm. We call it as a eye of the storm. A large cyclone is violently rotating mass of the air in the atmosphere. So you must be knowing that one. So a large cyclone is violently rotating mass of the air in the atmosphere. Violently it is rotating very fast. Okay, so heavy mass of air is rotating in the atmosphere, that we call it as violently. Okay, so around 10 to 15 kilometer high it is rotating. So 10 to 30 kilometer, it is the region of free clouds and has a light winds. Okay, region of free clouds are there and also has light winds. Okay, so around this calm and clear eye, so there is a cloud region of about 150 kilometer in size. Okay, so in this region there are high speed winds are blowing, so 150 to 250 kilometer per hour. With such a speed, high speed winds are blowing in this cloud region. Okay, so and thick clouds with heavy rain. So thick clouds as well as with heavy rain, they gradually decrease. Okay, so the thick clouds with the heavy rain away from this region, so what happens here, the wind speed gradually decreases. So the formation of a cyclone is a very complex phenomenon. So if, to understand that, you can see the diagram of figure 8.11, where the complex process of cyclone can be explained. Okay, so here just we studied about the structure of cyclone, and the tomorrow's class we will study how the thunderstorm becomes a cyclone. So I hope you have understood today's concept, and let us continue the remaining part of this lesson in the next class. So please wrote down the definition, as well as wherever the points are there, you just note down that. Okay, so that it is helpful to you. Dear students, thank you and have a nice day.